What's going on, everybody? Lord Valor here, back with another LifeCast episode 4 now, this is. And I hope you enjoyed last week's episode. We had teamed up with Adultish and with Mitch, and he's always fun to talk to. Good friend of mine. So that was last week's episode. If you're interested in checking that out, I'll have a playlist to every single LifeCast that we have available on the Saucy Meme Large channel. But today, I'm joined by Apollo, a good friend of mine. How you doing, Apollo?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just love recording podcasts as much as I can, trying to provide entertainment for people.
It's always good.
Always fun. All right, so for today's topics, we have entertainment. It's going to be entertainment-based, so we're going to be talking about video games, movies, TV shows. Yeah, it's going to be a packed episode, so you're going to get some advice on what me and Tyler are watching or playing right now and how we rate it. So, are you ready, Tyler?
Yeah, I am definitely ready.
All right. So, our first question is, what are some movies you've watched recently, and how would you rate them?
Okay. I gotta see recent movies that are coming out, or that have come out. Okay, so I know, like a few weeks ago, I watched Alita Battle Angel, even though it came out like summer.
Okay.
It's another one of James Cameron movies.
Yeah, what's it about?
Right. So it's kind of a dystopia, utopia, I don't even remember, but it's strange. It's about this girl who's a robot cyborg kind of thing, but then it turns out she's some powerful warrior robot. It just gets so confusing. I mean, I'd give it like a 4 out of 10. It's kind of all over the place. But I mean, it's okay.
So you didn't like it because it was confusing?
Yeah, it was just kind of like, I found you in the junkyard, and oh look, there's a dog here. Oh, but now we have this sports ball game. Like, when does it stop?
Yeah, it was kind of all over the place. Yeah, I get that. Any other recent movies that you would like to discuss?
I mean, I've been watching a few of the classics, like Men in Black. I've been watching those recently, but I mean, they're really good. So
have you seen the trailers for the new Men in Black?
I think that one's already come out.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The one with, I'm gonna say Thor and whatever her name is from the
Thor
Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have.
Was it good?
It's okay. It gives more to the like alienish kind of things, but I think they tried too hard because I mean, like, those two big stars and they just added a lot. It was kind of hard to wrap my head around. So.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer for that I remember seeing commercials for it on TV, and I was like, wow, they got two major Avengers characters. It's got to be good, right? But, they just came off of Endgame, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Endgame, great movie.
That was a really good movie. That was a while ago. That is in my top 10 for sure. 3 hours of straight good movie.
Yeah. I don't think I've watched much else. I mean, like, I've watched probably a few movies in theaters. I know the last one I've watched is Toy Story 4.
See, that is one I just wanted to watch, but I never got to it. Like, Toy Story 1 is my childhood. Toy Story 2 is my childhood.
It's my childhood as well. It's like, yeah.
Was Toy Story 4 good?
It's really good. It's kind of one of those movies that wraps up a timeline really well.
Good. Yeah, I haven't seen it
Which
yet.
is good. It's good that they finally wrapped that up because I think it was kind of wrong to, even though it was good, I think it's wrong because, I mean, it was kind of our generation's childhood. Like,
Right.
people that are in high school now, it's our childhood. And to have the directors or something make a new one and have everything as new kids' childhood, it just kind of seems, it sounds selfish, but it just seems wrong.
Yeah, well, another thing is they left Toy Story 3. They left you kind of on, oh, the toys are at somebody else's house now, not at Andy's.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, well, I'd kind of like to know more about that. And I think that's kind of what they did with Toy Story 4, correct?
Yeah. But I mean, they kind of do steal our childhood from us. It sounds so selfish, but
No, you're kind of right. You're kind of right. All right. So some movies I've been watching. I'm gonna list a few off here. Shawshank Redemption, rated R.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Still really good. Lars the Real Girl. Lars and the Real Girl.
What's that?
I'll get into that one a little bit later. But the movie I want to start with, I'm trying to think of that movie. What's it called? Pink Panther. Pink Panther is a recent movie I watched, and it's a comedy. So that's what I want to start with. Pink Panther, as much as you would think it'd be about Pink Panther, the only Pink Panther reference is the Pink Panther ring. Have you ever seen it?
No.
It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, I'd highly suggest watching it. But Pink Panther follows this detective that is trying to find out who stole the Pink Panther ring, and it's a comedy, so the detective's dumb, yet somehow at the end of the case, it's kind of an old movie, so do you mind if I spoil it for you a little bit?
Perfectly fine.
Okay, so spoilers ahead if you don't like that, but he's kind of a dumb detective, does dumb things, says dumb things, and it's just funny. Well, at the end of the movie, he ends up solving the case. It's that classic comedy children's movie, even though it was still really good. It made me laugh. It was just dumb. And if you know me, I mentioned this last week with Mitch, that I just have a dumb sense of humor. So I would rate that movie. I'd rate that movie an 8 out of 10. It's maybe a 7 out of 10. It made me laugh. The storytelling was okay. The plot twist was kind of predictable, but 7 out of 10-ish. So, Lars and the Real Girl. You might have a lot of questions about this, but I know you will watch the movie next year. But I'm just gonna give you an outline, not spoil it. But an outline is Lars is a human, obviously, who lives in his brother's garage because he doesn't like other people, and eventually he orders this sex doll, but he doesn't use it for sex. It's like he has a mental illness where he thinks that this person is a real girl.
Personification, I guess, but bad.
Nothing in that movie is bad. He didn't use the sex doll for sex. It was just
right.
And more of the story is understood when you know the past, and it tells you about the past, and so more will be revealed. So I would highly go see that movie. I'd rate that one about an 8. It does a really good job of just awkward moments in the movie. They just hold things on that should not be held that long, and it just makes you feel awkward. So that's what's so good about the movie, is they get you feeling awkward or upset or sad or something. So that's why that movie is so good, is because of the emotions it makes you feel. And the final movie, Shawshank Redemption. You have seen this movie, right?
I love that movie.
It is a really good movie. It's rated R, and I'm just going to point out that's the first rated R movie I've seen.
Oh, really?
But it was, yeah. So I don't watch much rated R movies. I'm not big into horror
I
movies.
love horror.
I'm big into horror video games. Now I could go on a rant about horror video games for a long. What?
Granny.
Yeah, Granny. Some of you guys would know that one. But we can get into video games in a. That's my next question. So we'll get into some favorite video games of mine in the next one. But
I have something to add after you do Shawshank.
yeah, so yeah, for sure. Remember that. So Shawshank is a beautiful story about a man who goes to prison. Whether he's guilty or not, I don't think it really matters. Though in the end of the movie, it probably does. But
don't spoil it.
I'm not gonna spoil it. So he goes to prison. He meets some people, and there's just a beautiful sense of community, even through a prison. It shows brokenness with prisons, and it's a fantastic movie. That's about as much as I can give without spoiling something. So, if you have not seen it and you are above the age of 16, I'm going to say go see it.
It's one of those movies that, like, if it's spoiled, it ruins the whole thing.
Exactly. So, don't spoil it. But what were you going to say earlier?
Well, it's funny. I'm younger than you, and I watched my first R-rated movie like 2 years ago.
Okay. What?
I watched The Last Samurai.
What is that one about?
It's really good. So it takes place like I don't remember, but it's somewhere in Japan or China, and it just starts with this officer who is fighting like I wouldn't say native, but I mean, yeah, I would say native, like Japanese natives that are trying to defend land or something. And when this officer captures one of the soldiers, the soldier takes out a sword, right, to kill himself, because that's like something they do for honor. Like, I'd rather kill myself than be under torture of you guys or whatever.
Right.
Right? And so basically the officer finds out that like they have honor and they're not horrible people. And so it just goes on to this amazing sense of like people showing like you said, community and relationships and stuff. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's just there's so many emotions that you feel in the movie. Like, you're happy because this happened, but then you like are so sad. It's such an amazing movie, and yeah.
Is that one rated?
Definitely watch it.
Why is that one rated R? Because I know Shawshank was rated R because of all the swearing. It swears just about every other sentence, but that's prison life, so it makes it realistic. Why was that one rated R?
So, you know how I said it was a tragic movie or whatever?
Yeah.
It's really tragic. Like,
killing.
There's a lot of gore. Like, I don't want to say much, but basically, a Gatling gun against a bunch of soldiers with wooden chest plates leads to something very sad and very gory. Also, I think there's a bit of nudity. I don't remember that much. It was 2 years ago, but it's an amazing movie.
So, what I'm getting from here is if you don't like killing or gory stuff, don't watch that movie. But Shawshank is just swearing, so if you can deal with that, definitely go watch Shawshank.
No, but I think you should actually watch Last Samurai. It's a really good movie, and it's honestly a must-watch.
Gore doesn't bother me, so I'm gonna. Is that on Netflix? I'm really tempted to go. Oh shoot!
I don't think so.
All right.
I have the DVD of it though.
Yeah, I might have to go watch that sometime. I'm definitely starting to get to that point where I want to start watching good rated R movies, not just rated R movies that are just there for sex. Just saying. All right.
But I also want to say one thing. Another movie that I've watched, How to Train Your Dragon 3. It's going to be really quick, but Amazing movie.
Let's just
ties off things pretty well.
That
made me cry.
Yeah, okay, I was really upset at first about like dragons having to leave, but then it was one of my friends explained to me like the dragons needed to go, right? Cuz like do you see dragons today? No. So that's why it fits in the storyline of, you know. So it just had to happen like that. I didn't like it, but yeah, that makes sense. That was a really good movie. You can't shame us for watching kids movies. Yeah. Right. So the next question I have are what are some PC games you are really into right now?
PC games
yes.
Or just games in general?
PC games or Xbox, whatever. Because I will go to mobile games next because I have a big rant about mobile games.
On the PC, but my ring finger's broken, so I can't. My S key is broken, so I can't really move left.
We have some F's in the comments, please. This child is so unfortunate. It's having to break his finger so he can't play Minecraft with me. Oh.
And it was Lord Oof's car.
Yeah, it was Lord Oof's car too. Yeah. So just adding you. So at Lord Oof in the comments and just blame him for everything. So I'm into Minecraft as well. So what else are you into? I know you have a VR set and you stream on Twitch sometimes. So you were streaming FanFif.
Follow me, Apollo0818 on Twitch.
Definitely. I'll link that in the description too as well.
Yeah, so a bunch of games that I play. I usually play Beat Saber on streams, which is kind of like a rhythm game. You're basically a Jedi that cuts boxes to the rhythm of music. It's an amazing game. But in my free time, like when I want to play just a game that gets me in the game, I do FNAF VR. So scary. I have to keep the headset away 5 feet away from my face. It's that terrifying.
That game would make me poop my pants.
Yeah,
I can watch really people do it, but if you put that thing on me, I am going to jump. It's ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different when it's on like a VR set than it is on a screen. I can handle it if it's on a screen, but just don't torture me with, you know.
Honestly, you should come over and try it.
I might have to, because I'm never gonna know officially until I try it.
Yeah. Another game I play is let's see. I gotta look at all my games. I do play Moss. It's this really good story about this mouse who finds a magical crystal and then gets a sword and has to save the world from evil. It's really good. It's kind of it's not first person, but it's third person, and you're the spirit that gets to do things for the mouse and control the mouse just for a better game. But yeah, I usually play VR. So, and if you ever want to see games, just tell Valor.
Yeah. Alright. So, some games, so the only game I officially have is Minecraft, right? But YouTube has obviously taken over my life. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm here right now. So I watch a YouTuber called Markiplier. Most of you probably have heard of him, know of him. I probably will be talking about him later in this episode as well. Marky Moo, exactly. Somebody understands. But Markiplier played a game called The Blair Witch, which is a runoff of the Blair Witch Project movie, which is runoff of the Blair Witch legend. So I'm really big into legends and gods, and not that I believe that they're true, it just interests me. So Blair Witch, the game, is about you are this guy and you have a dog, and you go into this forest looking for a boy who has disappeared, but you
I'm sorry. You introduced the thing alright, so you're this dude, and he has a dog.
Because the dog is an important part of this. It is. The dog is important.
Oh dear.
So it's the only thing that keeps you sane. So the Blair Witch.
The dog is?
Yes, the instant you enter this forest to look for this child, the Blair Witch has possessed your brain.
Oh god.
Yeah. So because the Blair Witch possessed your brain, she can manipulate your thoughts, what you're seeing, and like everything. So like everything is screwed up, everything is messed up. You find these films. You just got to go watch that game because there is a plot twist I did not see coming, and it was just a good game, no matter what ending you got. Because this game has different endings, and I love games that you get like good and bad endings, kind of like Red Dead Redemption had good and bad endings.
Red Dead is amazing.
Yeah, that's a good game too.
Do you know what is also a good game that's coming out soon?
No, what?
I don't remember what it was called. I think it's called the Fallen Jedi Order or something, but it's a new Star Wars game it's actually not made by EA, which is amazing. No more pay to win, please. But it's a single player. It's a single player game. I think it's. I don't remember much about it, but people say that it's just one of those games that you shouldn't miss.
It's supposed to release November 15, 2019, and you can get it for $69 at GameStop.
Wow.
That's right, I just had to. Alright. Yeah, that game, it's not like realistic. I'm just looking at pictures here. I don't know actually anything about the game. But it's like a cartoony look to it, but it like a cartoony realistic look. If you kind of know what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look like a pretty good game. I'm not big into Star Wars, but Star Wars is, like, I've watched the first original 3, and then the 3 after that.
The first movie is an abomination.
Is it?
Yeah, it's bad.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
It's a cult classic.
No, it's like one of those movies that even the experts say just skip it.
Well, I think it's kind of essential for story, but
I guess.
Yeah, alright. So, do you have any other PC games you'd like to add? Because that's the big rant I had. Anything FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's, any Five Nights at Freddy games. I call it FNAF. Because that's what Markiplier calls it, okay? Markiplier has not consumed my life at all. But yeah, I get he plays a lot of horror games, and I appreciate that. Even if they're not, like, continuations of things, just random horror games. Like, there was one the other day, it was called Mr. Hop's Playhouse that he played.
Oh,
it was, like, there's no context to it. It's just a horror game, and it's just storytelling, and I just find that fun. So, not that I'm ever going to play them, but I just enjoy watching horror games.
right.
But I hate horror movies, so...
Mm-hmm. I love horror movies. I honestly think they're masterpieces.
Yeah, me and my friend said he's gonna bring me to his house one day, and we're just gonna record and do watch a bunch of movies like that, and until I'm not scared of them anymore. But I told him that's impossible. I'm gonna pee my pants. I better bring a pair of diapers. All right. So what are some mobile games you are into right now?
Still PUBG Mobile, PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator.
Do you have legs? Can I just point that out? Do you have legs?
Yes.
Ah, shoot.
Why?
The big joke earlier, when PewDiePie released that game, was PewDiePie had no legs. That was just a meme within his viewership. Anyway.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So just continue. What other mobile games do you have right now?
Call of Duty Mobile.
That's a newer release, is it not?
Yeah, but sadly, it was like hyped for a week, but then nobody really paid attention to it much. Mario Kart Tour.
I'm big into that one. I'm gonna go on a big rant about that one.
Egg Incorporated.
What is that one? Never heard of that one.
It's an idle game where you just make chickens. And this is gonna be really cringy. It's gonna be really cringy.
It's
But
an
I
idle
do
game
play.
where you just
Yeah,
get chickens.
you get chickens. I'm not kidding. And you get different kinds of eggs, and you get upgrades for the eggs.
Okay, yep.
Man, that's a lot of chickens.
That's fine.
And then, I play Pokemon Go.
Alright. So, okay, I know Pokemon Go has kind of died, but the idea of Pokemon Go hasn't. So I know there's been 2 games released like Pokemon Go. Wizarding, what is it called?
Yep.
Wizarding. You know what I'm talking about, right? What is that called?
Yeah, I do. It's called Wizards Unite.
Yes, Wizards Unite. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm gonna push that one aside. Don't know anything. But Minecraft Earth is another game that is in beta testing, and I think we should touch on that because it's kind of like Pokemon Go. It's in beta testing in like Canada, Iceland,
I'm not in
Mexico.
Beta test. Edwin is though.
Edwin has Minecraft Earth?
Yeah, he signed up for the beta.
Dang, does he like it?
Yeah, he says it's okay.
I've heard complaints that you have to wait for stuff to craft. So if you make like slabs, you have to wait 16 slabs takes like 40 minutes or something. So
Yeah.
the fact that you have to wait for crafting.
Everything must have time, right? So.
But I think that's their idea is to keep you off of it 24/7. But I like the idea of getting people up, walking around, collecting tapitals, collecting pigs, collecting resources. Then you go to your kitchen table, you build this thing, and then you go put it outside. The idea is fantastic. Like overall, the gameplay I've heard it's pretty good. There's some things like the timing that they don't like. They don't have to wait to make slabs. But overall, the gameplay and just it's pretty good. So that is a game if you are when it releases, definitely check it out. The only thing about it is you have to have a decent phone with a good phone battery. And decent phone with a phone battery and a data plan. You have to have almost unlimited data basically because you have to have some sort of connection to the internet to play this game. So this game will not be for me, but I'm still excited about the idea of it, and just because Minecraft has become a bigger thing now.
Right.
Anyway, so
it's funny. It's like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Minecraft's dead." Then Fortnite came up, and then it went down. Right as the game ended, people started forgetting about it, and then it was like, "Oh, we've got Chapter 2 now. No, Minecraft's better."
Yeah, it's just Minecraft just increased, and I'm glad because I was watching Minecraft videos. So my gaming experience, didn't start playing Minecraft officially till 1.13 release, but I've been watching it since 2017, 2016. So I never got to play it until 1.13, but I've been watching it even through the ages where it wasn't cool and you just didn't openly admit that you played Minecraft or watched it.
I think I was playing. It started out when I had Minecraft Mobile, but it started with Lite, which was so much fun. Minecraft Mobile Lite, that was actually a lot of fun.
Okay. My dad deleted that from his iPad, but that was my childhood. When that released, we downloaded it. We would just build in creative. We'd even do stuff in survival and just survive, even though it was just zombies at night. It was fun. I enjoyed it. So technically, I guess I played Minecraft before that, but I didn't officially play it on PC Java Edition until 1.13.
Right, but I also I played, I think it was 1.5, I think.
1.5, what update was that? Was the...
Oh, that was a long time ago. I mean, let's see.
It's called the Redstone update, so they got a lot of redstone in that one.
Yeah, 2013.
Yep. Yeah, that's a long
Yes, I've
time
been
ago.
playing Minecraft since 2013.
Dang. I wish I could say that, but I can't. My gaming experience was CD-ROM games. So I was playing games like the Neverhood Chronicles. Uh,
What?
yeah. The
I
Neverhood,
played on the Wii mostly in my childhood.
that too. Like Super Mario Bros., Wii
Mm-hmm.
Sports. Gotta love them.
Yeah.
Alright, so I wanna, since we're talking about.
Okay, so the last game that's coming out for the Wii is Just Dance 2020.
Yeah.
So sad.
Honestly, the original Wii could not go out on a lower note. Honestly, that is the lowest you can go in my opinion. Big rip in chat for Wii. They needed something big to go out on a bang, but no, Just Dance. I hate that game so much.
It's
But
so
that's a
bad.
different story because I just hate dancing. So some people love it, and if you love it, not bashing you, but it's just not for me. If you've ever seen me dance, you'll just, yeah.
Yeah. Not a pretty sight.
No, it's not. I'll be forced to dance on my wedding, and that's about as far as it goes. So while we're on the topic of Wii, kind of related, Mario Kart. Mario Kart Tour is a mobile game that is very popular right now. When did it come out? About a month ago? We've had 3 tours now, so it's been the New
I
York.
think it was September.
Was it? So we had the New York tour, the Halloween tour. There's probably one in there I'm missing, isn't there?
Probably.
And now
I haven't played much of it.
Well, the next tour is going to be the Paris tour. So I kind of wanted to talk about the gameplay of it, overall my rating. So when you first look at it, the idea is great. You can unlock all these characters,
right?
But you can't because so you can unlock all the silver low end characters, all the gold medium end characters, but there's high end characters that you're not guaranteed to get because they are quote unquote limited time.
Right.
So they do say that they can pop up in future pipes if you like if you play the game, you know that you get gems.
Right.
And once you get gems, you can shoot a cannon. And they did say that there's a chance that you could maybe get them from cannons in the future. But the thing is, the limited time events last 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks, there's not enough time for you to get 2 limited time characters, 2 limited time carts, and 2 limited time gliders. There's just no way unless you're spending like $100 to $200 a week just to get that, you know? Like,
right.
There's no way for you to unlock no guaranteed way for you to unlock every character. So in that regards, it kind of stinks, but they are giving you the option. They did say that they could pop up in future pipes, so they are giving you hope if you missed them, that you will be able to unlock them later. So that's my only complaint about the game. Overall, gameplay is good. You can choose manual or automatic. Automatic has better perks, I guess. You get more boost time or something. So what are your overall thoughts on the game? I kind of went on a little rant there.
Yeah, well, that's good to rant. I think at the beginning, I pre-ordered it. I'm like, this is going to be a great game. But I think I stopped playing it after a week because I was like, okay, this is pay to win.
Yeah, see, that's...
If everyone's just paying to win, I can't catch up, I can't do the tours, it's just not possible.
You have to pay to get the high-end characters, and you use more of the high-end characters than you do the medium or low-end characters. So in those regards, yes, it is kind of a pay-to-win. You kind of have to put a little money into it maybe to get the characters that you want. But I've been playing this game since a week after it released. I got it. So I've maxed out, as far as I could at the time, I've maxed out as much as I could. And this tour now, I am I have only 2 characters, like Donkey Kong and some other character I'm not thinking of right now, that I need to unlock. But I have every cup complete except for the last one, in which the last cup is really, really hard to get every single one of them because the scoring is just so high. You have to just. So overall, you can get some good gameplay. You can play it for about a week, but then you're just done because you've maxed everything out, or there's no physical way for you to get more stars to get more stuff.
Wait, Jonah, wait 1 second. Yep. Hi, Mary. I'm talking to people. Thanks. Alright, well, I'm home. Alright, sorry, continue.
Oh, yeah. So I've maxed out I've just maxed it out to this point. So you get about a week game. You get a week of playing out of it, and then you're just done. There's nothing really else for you to do. So.
Right.
In those regards, it does die in about, like, the first week, you're like, oh, this game is so fun, and then the next week, you're like, I've maxed everything out. It's just like, I want the next tour already. So overall, it's a good game.
It didn't get to that point with me. It was like, okay, I'm playing this, and then I just, even though I tried to, like, every time to get better characters, it's just so hard.
Yeah, I found I started, instead of shooting cannons for taking chances on what characters I can get, I've started taking the guarantees. So every 25 gems I get, I spend on coin frenzy, and I get about 4,000 coins for doing a coin frenzy. So I just buy characters from my shop. And I just find that to take the guarantees better. So if you look at like every single character, I have every single character except for 2. I am very lacking on carts. I have like probably 7 carts out of like 25, not counting the high end carts. And I have like 4 gliders that I need yet. So it's achievable to get a lot of the gliders and stuff like that, but if you wanted
to have like 100% of it, then you definitely need to pay.
Yep, you need to at least buy the gold pass, at least. And that's $5.99 for a month or something. So you get like 2 tours out of it. And I have $20 in money I could probably spend on it, but at this point I'm just thinking, is it worth it? Do I really want to spend money? Maybe this tour would have been worth it because I would have gotten a legendary character from the gold pass. So it might have been worth it this time, but that's not going to say the rest of the months it's going to be worth it.
Right.
So I don't know. You can take it or leave it. $5.99 a month if you want. I don't know.
I honestly have to pass because, like, I just don't like pay to win. They just make you feel like you don't have enough money to get this certain thing, and you're like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think it's wrong that they are trying to get you to spend a little money. They have put their heart and soul into making the game. If you really like the game, putting some support in it might not be bad.
Right, but I mean, they make Mario Kart games like a lot. They copied the graphics from the Switch game, added some new controls, some new features, like
dumbed it down so that it ran better on mobile devices.
Like a month.
Yeah. So take it or leave it. Overall, I'd rate the game pretty good. But there are some flaws. But that's with any game. Not every game is going to be perfect.
Right.
Alright, so we're sitting at about 35 minutes. But I still have one more question here that I'm going to go on another one of those rants. Because I just think some of the stuff I've watched recently is so good. So, what are some TV shows or Netflix series you're into right now, and how would you rate them? So I want you to go first, because I have several that I want to talk about.
Well, Right now I'm just watching The Office for like the third time, so.
See, me and Mitch were talking last night, and we decided that, it's that show along with like Friends is like you either you love
Oh
it or
yeah,
you hate
Friends
it.
too, I just finished that.
It's either you love it or you hate it. And I just don't understand The Office, but some people love it, and some people will tear you apart for it if you don't like it. But personally, from the few episodes I've seen, I don't get it. But that's not to say it's not a good show.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste.
Yeah. So what else have you been watching?
I mean, actually, I've been watching this show called Hyperdrive. It's about drifting, like drifting sports
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really good. And that's funny. I've actually started doing drifting as well, even though I'm not supposed to drive. I use my grandma's Firebird.
There's nothing wrong with starting a little early.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just
I
saying.
mean, my grandma's Firebird is perfect for it.
So what is that called?
It's called Hyperdrive.
So, I know there's a few people who might be listening that are into cars. I know there is some people watching that are into cars. Let me put it that way. Hyperdrifting, if you have Netflix, is it? Is it on Netflix?
Hyperdrive.
If you have Netflix, or you know somebody who does, go watch that show. Because I have a feeling some people that are listening to this will enjoy that thoroughly.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Alright, so anything else? Do you have
I don't
Hulu?
think so. That's like the gist of it, honestly.
Do you have Hulu?
Yes, I do.
Is there any good Hulu originals or Hulu movies on Hulu that you have?
There are some really good ones, like Grey's Anatomy. I watched The Simpsons and Futurama.
Grey's Anatomy is that doctor show, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that
actually,
I've watched a few episodes.
There's actually a really good show that you should watch if you're not terrified of things.
Great. Wait, what one?
Criminal Minds. It's about serial killers. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen some, but I've never gotten into it because I watch on Netflix. I watch Blue Bloods, so I'm into that right now. But they're taking it off of Netflix. Right. Big Re. Only on season 2.
Off of Netflix because of Disney Plus.
Because it what?
Because of Disney Plus.
Oh yeah. Stinking other. Okay, that's a rant for a different time. So, yeah. All right. So I did go on a rant last time. We talked about this with Mitch last week on how Captain Underpants is a good show on Netflix.
Oh, no.
If you have never seen it, please just watch. I ask you to watch 2 episodes.
I don't want to.
You have to, Apollo. You have to. I will sit you down and I will watch 2 episodes with you. Maybe it's just me, but it's just dumb humor for one, which dumb humor just makes me laugh. So that's one thing why I probably like it. 2, the storytelling is decent. 3, it's my childhood. Captain Underpants is something I read as a child.
Your childhood.
What?
Everything is your childhood.
Lots of things are my childhood.
Like 13 times.
No, but I've read Captain Underpants when I was in like 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th grade.
Same.
So it's just good. You have to watch it to understand.
I don't really want to though.
Just watch an episode. Tell me how it is. It takes place after the Captain Underpants movie. So if you haven't seen the Captain Underpants movie, maybe don't watch it yet. But so that's my second one. And my third one, I'm actually going to plug a YouTube original. Normally, YouTube originals are kind of But one I found recently, mentioning him again, I said I was going to, Markiplier. It's called A Heist with Markiplier. And,
A Heist with Markiplier?
Yeah,
That's not on Netflix, is it?
No, it's on YouTube.
No, it's not.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, it's YouTube
It's
original.
a YouTube original. Have you done it? Or seen it?
I haven't gone through it because I keep on trying every single thing.
Yeah, see, I've gotten through every single ending. There are 31 endings, and the original ending I got. Hold up a second. I'm going to find it. I think it was 30.
It's 31.
Yeah, there's 31 endings, but the original ending I got was 30. But I gotta say, my favorite ending is the true ending, which is ending 6. Ending 6 is the actual ending that you're supposed to get, but I got ending 30. So, yeah, I definitely go take it down. I'll link it in the description again. I know I talked about it last week, but basically, if you didn't watch last week's episode, you you know, on YouTube videos, you can have an end title screen where it suggests videos to you. Well, in this, you can have it gives you 2 options of videos.
Right, and people have done that before. I mean, like, I've seen Rumi and Boy in a Band do it, and I think Markiplier's even done it as well.
Yeah, Markiplier. Yeah, Markiplier. A Heist with Markiplier. That's the only one I've watched, but the idea of that is just amazing.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of great ones on YouTube.
Yeah, just the idea that you have to click on a video to choose, like, you can either go down the light path or the dark path, and either you can choose to go with the pirates or the cavemen. Just the idea that it gives you a choice, and yet it tells a story. 31 different endings. That took me several days just to watch every ending. So,
yeah.
If you take it, definitely leave a comment below on what ending you got. Ending 30, I'm just gonna say it is the best ending ever. Yeah. So that was my rant. Markiplier has really consumed a lot of my YouTube watch time, but not that that's necessarily bad.
No, that's not bad.
All right. So that is all the questions I had for today. Do you have anything else that you would like to touch on since we are on the topic of entertainment? Do you have anything that you think people should know about entertainment or anything?
Yeah, definitely try VR. If you have a friend that has it, or if you have the money, try it out. It is well worth the money. It's really amazing. So fun.
Something that interests me is Minecraft VR. Just the fact that I feel like it'd be...
That's not on PSVR.
Shoot. Well, I'm interested in trying it. I don't know who has stuff that I could try it, but someday I'm gonna try it. I know I've been thinking about it, but someday I'm gonna try it. So, and someday I'm going to come to your house and I'm gonna try Five Nights at Freddy's. So, I might record that too, just so I can you guys can watch me poop my pants. All right.
Well,
yeah. Well, thank you for taking time out of your day to record with me, Apollo. It's been
no problem.
It's been fun. Yes. We'll have to have you on again sometime.
Definitely.
If you have any topics, please leave a comment. Email us, saucy.memelords@gmail.com. You can email me personally at lordvalor20@gmail.com. Follow the Saucy Meme Lords on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We don't have Reddit yet, but that might be something for the future, depending on how many subscribers we get. So go and follow us. Join our Discord.
Follow 0818 on Twitch, because I'm kind of stream boy.
Yeah, we'll link everything to Apollo down in the description. Join our Discord. You can chat with me. You can chat with Apollo. You can chat with any of the other Saucy Meme Lords members and fans as well. We have about 30 members in our Discord right now. So join the community. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys for listening to another podcast. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Gucci times.
Gucci times.